There are 3 questions I teach all of my job search career coaching clients when they are in an interview in order to stand out. These are especially important as you get into those final stage interviews with those higher ups. So if you ask these critical questions, you are going to be seen as more intelligent, more engaging, and more likely to be the candidate that will give them the return on the investment they're looking for if they hire you. By the way, my name is JT O'Donnell. I'm a career coach on this app trying to help 10 million people get new, better paying jobs. And I'm doing that by having folks follow me and post their questions just like this one so I can answer them. I also have a ton of free resources linked in my bio if you're interested. All right, let's get into my 3 questions. So you get to the end of the interview and they say, do you have any questions? First question you want to ask is a connection question. This is a question where you ask them about their experience at the company. Maybe you're going to ask them, how did they get their job here? Or what do they like most about working here? Or what's the most impactful part of their job? Something that lets them talk about themselves in their role at this company. I particularly, out of all of those, like the connection question around how did you end up in your job and what do you like most about it? Because it gives them a chance to talk about their own professional journey, and people really like to share that. Now, the second question is going to be about the difficulties surrounding the company, the challenges, okay? And you want to frame it as a question around what is the greatest challenge that your department is going to face, or what do you think is the biggest challenge the company is going to face this year? Some sort of challenge question, but then you add to it, and how will the role that I am interviewing for help overcome that challenge? So think about that. What's the biggest challenge the department will face this year? Or if you're talking to the CEO, what's the biggest challenge the company will face this year? And how do you believe that the job I'd be doing would be able to positively impact overcoming that challenge? What you're doing there is saying, hey, I get it. You're hiring me to solve problems and alleviate pain. So tell me about the big challenges. In fact, I've even coached people to say, can you tell me the thing that's keeping you up most at night with respect to the business and how the job that I'm doing might help with that? Like, however you phrase that, it's around the challenges. And that lets them really vent and talk about what concerns them, but also give you the framework of what you would need to do in order to succeed in the role in their eyes, right? Now, the third and final question that is so important to ask is around the next steps in the process. You want to say to them, can you tell me what the next steps in this hiring process are? Or can you tell me what I can expect going forward in this hiring process? You might even say, can you tell me how you feel about me as a candidate for this role? And is there anything else you feel I could provide for you that would help me stand out? Because I really am interested in the job. See, that final question, that closing question, is all about you getting to the bottom of what to expect. You know, managing your own expectations. And they should be able to frame that out for you. But there are ways also to kind of close out by figuring out, is there anything I haven't shared with you that you want to know? You know, that's really key. So you've got to find your voice. Notice how with each of these classifications of questions, I've given you a few different examples of how to say it, because everyone has to find their own voice when they're answering these. So to recap, there are the 3 questions I always ask. There's the connection question, there's the challenge question, and there's the closing question. We'll call them the 3 C's. And when you do those questions consistently, you're going to see much better results from your interviews. If you found this helpful and you would like my entire interview prep, if you would like to know from the eyes of hiring recruiting managers exactly what's going on in every phase of the interview, before, after, during, and through the entire interview process, if you would like to steal the opponent's playbook, so to speak, and know exactly what to do and how to anticipate the interview process and say the right things in the interviews, then I've got great news for you. Because if you've made it this far, then you need to get access to JSAP, the Job Search Accountability Program, which has my comprehensive interview prep course within it. And I have great news for you. If you've made it this far, then you can actually access that free for 7 days. If you go over to workitdaily.com, you can sign up right now, get instant access with 0 risk, check out our Job Search Accountability Program, and especially our section on interview prep, because not only what I just shared with you right now is in there, but so many other resources. Every single question, I guarantee it, you have about interviews and how to handle them is answered in the Job Search Accountability Program, and you can access it for free right now. So what are you waiting for, right? Head over to Work It Daily, get a 7-day no-risk free trial, and let myself and the team at Work It Daily career coach you on your job search, on your interviews, so you can get the job you want and deserve. Okay, my friends? All right, thank you so much for your questions. Keep them coming. Good luck. Go get them.